Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary. It is Sunday, January the 20th. I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. I'm in a really good mood. The Vancouver Canucks have just defeated the Detroit Red Wings 3-2. The Canucks have now taken 8 out of a possible 10 points in the first 5 games of this homestand. They got one more game before the All-Star break. They host Carolina on Wednesday. I'll talk about the game in a second, but before today's game, even though it was an early game, even before that, good news because Jillian Fisher, the internet superstar, the Twitter and YouTube and Instagram sensation, making awesome hockey videos for the past little while, she made good on her bet, which I knew she would. I knew that good things come to those who wait. And she did a wonderful 1-minute poem this morning via video. You guys know, as a haiku master, I am big on poems, a big advocate of poems. And Jillian, you guys might remember back in November, we made a friendly wager on the Flyers-Canucks game back here in Vancouver. The Canucks defeated the Flyers very handily. And Jillian made good on her bet on the wager. And she recorded her 1-minute video today, inspired by Robert Frost, a poem that I know but I can't really recite. Still trying to figure out the rhythm and the rhyme of it, if that makes sense, and the timing. But she did a great job, as always. Very witty, very topical. Some inside references to our lack of ride sharing and the fact that we had a riot. Very, very clever. So I didn't see it on YouTube, but I know it's on Twitter. I shared it earlier, so make sure you check it out. Make sure you check out at Fisher Jillian, and make sure you check out my Twitter feed as well for her wonderful poem. It was very, very funny. The Canucks, they weren't funny, but they were good. Well, actually, they're sort of funny because they weren't that good in the first and second period. Whatever happened in the first period against Buffalo earlier this week, or I should say, I guess on Friday night, it kind of happened in the Canucks, but it happened in the second period. So after the Canucks, obviously we were excited about Elias Pettersson coming back, Jacob Markstrom back in net. The Canucks were fully healthy for one of the few times this season, and the Canucks started off by, Elias Pettersson scored just 10 minutes and 16 seconds. So it basically took him just half a period to make an impact, and that was with his goal, a nice tip-in on a Brock Boeser wrister from the point. So the Canucks were up 1-0. We were all excited. We were all happy. But they're outshot, I think 11-7 or something like that. And 3 or 4 of those shots came at the very end of the period. So another first period where the Canucks were outplayed, just like against Buffalo on Friday night. And I put on Twitter, I said, it's a good thing that even though the Canucks have slow starts and even though they get outplayed in the first period, if they can escape the period with a lead or at least tied, then that's a good thing because the Canucks get stronger as the game goes on. And people liked it and retweeted and commented, yeah. And of course, the Red Wings go up and put up 2 goals in the second period and come out of the second period with a 2-1 lead. And, Pettersson was on the ice for both goals. I wouldn't say they were really his fault solely. The first one, he was a little late, but that was because of a line change. He was a little late getting to, I think it was Nilsson that put the snapshot behind Markstrom. And the second goal, he tried to get it up the boards, and you could argue it was half Pettersson's fault, half Horvat's fault for not making a stronger play at the line, and then, a bang-bang passing play, and then Vanek with a really nice tip-in. So that made it 2-1 Detroit. So, I was hoping the Canucks would have a better second period, especially according to my tweet and according to recent memory, but no. But they came out in the third period and they dominated. I think they only won the shot battle 9-8. So it didn't show up on the shot clock, but they certainly showed up just as much as Detroit dominated the second period. The Canucks dominated the third period. And our big three came to play. In fact, the tying goal was our big three all together. Horvat, Boeser, and Pettersson. Horvat wins the draw. Back to Boeser. Boeser tries to shoot it. It goes off Pettersson. Or maybe Pettersson won the draw. It doesn't matter. Boeser's shot hit Pettersson. Pettersson's kind of stumbling around, and Horvat sweeps the rebound, or sweeps the puck past Jonathan Bernier 2-2. And then it was obviously great to see, they're not going to obviously load up that line all the time, because you load up those 3 guys. I'm not sure if you have much left right now. There's a lot of secondary scoring, but those are your top 3 guys. But I did say, if you put those 3 guys together, if you need a goal or on a power play or empty net, extra man or whatever it is, you put those 3 guys together, it can rival, the lines of the Avalanche and the Predators and the Maple Leafs and the Lightning and Calgary. All those teams, really good teams, obviously, solid playoff positions. All of them have a top line that is just crazy, putting up the points. The Canucks could do that too if they put those 3 together, but I'm not sure if you want Horvat and Pettersson playing together all the time, because those are also your top 2 centers. Regardless, it worked, and then near the end of the game, a nice pressure by, actually, it was Horvat again on the ice, this time with Roussel and Virtanen. and they've played together before. They've done well together, and that goal was Virtanen getting it to the net, and Roussel with a nice tip in. So similar to the Boeser, a little bit to the Boeser Pettersson goal, a nice deflection in front of Bernier, and the Canucks end up winning the game 3-2. So all in all, really, really good game. A good win. It was entertaining. It wasn't the best game ever. Travis Green was almost whimsical after the game in his presser, saying that he didn't know if he should get mad or feel sorry for his players because they certainly weren't playing well. But you look at it now and you look at some of the storylines. Markstrom had a great game, a very quiet, good game though. He made 35 saves. 2 days after Demko made 36 saves, Markstrom makes 35, backstopping them to win. Continuous strong play now. I think he's 11-3-2 now in his past 16 games, which is wonderful. Pettersson comes back, only 50 minutes of ice time, gets 2 points, a goal, and an assist. A couple defensive gaps, but still, he was fine, and he makes such a difference every time he's on the ice. Brock Boeser, another 2 points after getting 2 points against Buffalo. So great game by Brock Boeser, also a goal and assist. And Horvat had his nice goal. What am I talking about? Boeser had 2 assists. He didn't have a goal today. So it was Boeser with... Let's try that again. Pettersson with a goal and assist, Boeser with 2 assists, and Horvat with a goal. 5 points for the big three. 3 of them coming on that game-tying goal. Horvat played 18 minutes. Sutter played 18 minutes, so they were leaders in ice time. The low guys were Berchi and Virtanen. Berchi had exactly 11 minutes. Virtanen only had 10.5, but Virtanen was still effective. And I heard him after the game as well saying he's not complaining, even if he's not getting on the score sheet. It's most important that the Canucks are winning. Does have 11 goals. Maybe he gets to somewhere between 15 and 20 by the time this year ends. But I certainly don't see him complaining. Then you see 4 of the D-men had more than 20 minutes. In fact, I think it was Hunt and Stetcher who had the most at 22, 23 minutes. Then you have Edler and Tanev having 20 minutes each, and then Pouliot and Gudbranson, who played fine at the 14, 15-minute mark. So all in all, a very solid win. You expect the Canucks to defeat the Red Wings. The Canucks aren't world beaters, but the Red Wings are 6-7 points behind the Canucks in the standings. So you want the Canucks to win. We wanted the Canucks to make hay during the 6-game road trip, and they have. Like I said, they are 3-0-2. So really no regulation losses in those 5 games, even though they lost 2 of them, but they come out with 8 points because of the extra points. So they have 8 points in 10 games. They are now back into a wild card spot. Last night was a bad night for the Canucks in that 6 of their 7 playoff competition teams won their games. Today, the Ducks have already lost. Vancouver has won. And even if Edmonton and Arizona win, they can't catch the Canucks in the standings. So the Canucks will finish off today back in a wild card position. Last thing I want to say, you look at where the team is right now, and remember, in November, they were missing 6 regulars. They were missing Tanev. At one time, Tanev, Edler, Berchi, Sutter, Beagle, and Nilsson were all out of the lineup. That is your top 2 D-men, your 3rd and 4th center, arguably your most skilled winger, and your backup goalie. And a lot of teams wouldn't be able to withstand that. The Canucks barely withstood that in November, but they did. And now look where they are now, battling for a playoff spot. And it looks like, they will be battling until the very end. So who knows if they actually get in at the end. Obviously, I want them to. Many fans want them to. If they don't make it, all the team tankers will say, oh, see why they shouldn't have made it. Now look at them. Now they get a worse traffic. But hey, the team's winning. They think they can win every game. Travis Green believes in them. They believe in Green. They believe in the systems. And you can see the results. Yes, they're beating weaker teams, but you have to beat those teams. And you have to get these points in the standings if you're going to be a good team, and that's the way the Canucks are going. So, all in all, good game, good day. Start off by Julian's video, and then a choppy, sloppy but exciting game, and most importantly, the biggest headline is obviously having Elias Pettersson back, and it was exciting to see, and he's very effective, right? 2 points in just 15 minutes of ice time. Lastly, tonight, I don't want to say too much, don't want to spoil too much. But if you saw some of my tweets today, I put a hint in there. I'm going to be working on my next song. And that's all I'll say right now. Well, I'll say this. I'm working with Marie Huey once again. We're going to go record in a studio tonight. But it's going to be a little different than what you're used to seeing from us. So that's all I'll say right now. Hopefully it'll be, you'll see the final product within the next 2 or 3 days, depending on some other factors. But yeah, that's all I'll say now. The title actually of the song that we were doing is in one of my tweets from earlier today, if you care so much to even try and figure it out. But if not, just wait 2 or 3 days, be patient, and you'll be happy, and hopefully we'll be happy with the end result. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing tonight. After I post this video, eat a quick dinner, and then I'll be on my way. Canucks fans, leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply as always. Talk about Pettersson's game, maybe Horvat, Boeser. You can talk about Markstrom. You talk about the fact that the Canucks are picking up points and whatever it may be, and maybe your hopes or not for the playoff run for them. I love to try and, even if I don't reply to all your comments, be assured that I do read them for sure. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead and do so. If you want to like this video, go ahead and do so. Have a great day. The Canucks are off now. Well, they'll probably practice at least one of the 2 days. Last game before the All-Star break, they play host Carolina on Wednesday night, January the 23rd. And then on January 24th, Thursday night, I'm off to San Jose to go to the All-Star Skills and the All-Star game in San Jose, and a couple, sounds like after parties too. So I can't wait. And I'll give you, if you're not following me already, I'll be posting on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook when I'm down there, but I'll give all those details later in the week. All right, have a great day. Have a great start to the week. Canucks, playoff spot, wild card, 8th overall in the Western Conference, winners of points in 8 of their last, no, I should say it again, 8 points out of the 10 game. This is horrible. This is the worst ending ever. They have gotten 8 out of a possible 10 points in their 5-game homestand. One more game to end it off. How's that? Have a great night. God bless, and go Canucks go.